All right, we're back here on Bakersfield.com. I'm Louis Amistoy, and we are now in the Autoclub Famoso Raceway part of this event. Blake Bowser has arrived on scene. He's accompanying his daughter. So Andy's over there. Are you gonna? What's gonna be the price of T-shirts at Saturday Nitro? Do you know? Yeah, $20.
$20. She knows.
Look at that. That's a good price too. I don't think a lot of change out of that deal. So. There you go. Matt Atonik's here. He's got a long list of things that are going to happen on Saturday Nitro. If you show up, you might win something big. And we have the list here. But first off, Dar Hawthorne is on the phone, right?
I am here.
All right, Dar. Hey, how are you doing?
I'm really good, really good. Having this is one of the time of year when it's really exciting to know that Saturday Night Nitro is coming up again.
I just wondered if you're stirring up any trouble, Dar.
That's my middle name, I believe.
Hey, did you go see 1,000-foot drag racing last week at the Governor's Cup? Some nostalgia racing. Would they have some potholes at the end of the 1,000-foot, or what they do up there?
Legally, I'm not allowed to say what the issue is on the top end, but the fuel cars should stay at 1,000 feet for there.
Yeah. Well, we're coming to Famosa, and guess what? They're going to go 1,320 feet like they're supposed to. So we're good.
1,320 feet of concrete.
Concrete.
The way that God made a drag strip.
It's a concrete quarter mile for a reason. Yeah.
Exactly.
Before we get started with Dar, I want to go to Matt for a second. And Chris, can you show the graphic with all of the prizes? I mean, I don't even know if I even do it justice. How many prizes there are? There's an incredible amount of prizes. Well, first off, the main one. See, there's so many prizes that you're gonna need something to read these things because this is a crazy number of prizes. The 2 event passes to the Toyota Nationals at the Strip of Las Vegas. That's the grand prize.
Yeah.
And you get 2 passes into the Napa Auto Parts VIP suite. And if you'd like, you can hang out with Ron Capps and other Napa drivers. Now, Jack Beckman's on that team too.
Is.
So you might see those guys.
Plus, when you go in the suite, you also get food
You get fed.
Food,
booze,
Yeah.
and stuff.
Really? And if you get 2 nights at the Hooters Hotel, now does the Hooters Hotel, do they, instead of putting like chocolates on the bed, do they put like chicken wings on the bed or anything like that?
I think so. Yeah, gets
right.
kind of sticky if you use the bourbon
Right.
sauce.
Right. What else we got, Matt? We got a lot going on.
Hey, first of all, Good Vibrations give us some certificates, give out to a lot of their stuff, and that's more for the people that work on their cars. Next good one is a 2-night stay at the Seacrest Hotel over in Pismo Beach. It's actually Shell Beach. It's up a little bit north there.
Right.
And it's an unbelievable place. It's right on the water. And Nicole over there told me she's going to give them a ocean view room and everything like that. So you got that. That's phenomenal.
I think I already won that.
Yeah, I think.
Yes,
Why did that fall on
that
the
one won't.
ground?
That one won't make it, right?
Yeah. And then we go to Napa Auto Parts. Brought me in a bunch of those wash buckets with all kinds of stuff to wash your car with. We have a certificate from Edelbrock, and they're another parts big person. They're a big fan of us. And then we go to family 4-packs. We've got a family 4-pack to SeaWorld.
Wow.
And then we get 2 family 4-packs to the Bakersfield Condors. Cowboy Bill Bonds comes in with little gift cards.
Family 4-packs for getting out of jail.
Yeah, free get out of jail free cards.
Keep that.
Hey, Dar may need that.
Yeah.
A bunch of cards. Want to do that. Sparkling Image Car Wash. You get a couple free car washes. Then we have a whole bunch of food. The original Roadhouse Grill, Joy. She's over there. If you go over and see Joy right about now, she's walking around going, I need some nitro, man. I need some nitro. And then we got Pyrenees Cafe. Frugatti's is in there. Chewy's, Mesquite Grill, the Bistro. Courtesy of the 4 Points Sheridan, Sandrini's. Brian Sandrini's a big supporter of our stuff. Hodell's Country Buffet.
Wow.
Champ's Barbecue, the Nines at the Marriott Hotel. And then I just got my email. Some people informed us that there's a nice little chain down in the LA area called The Hat.
Yep.
That are famous for their pastrami. They're giving us a bunch of T-shirts, hats, and
They
some
have
food.
a car. It's the which one is it? They have a funny car.
Ryan Konos.
It's in Lemon and Konos.
Right.
Yeah.
And so they're going to take care of us. We got
Yeah.
concert tickets. One coming up next Tuesday, Benice at the Fox Theater, the Tenors, Sinbad, Gordy Lightfoot. We have a few of the Gordon
Right.
Lightfoot concert coming. Three-Way Chevrolet give us a whole bunch of free oil changes.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
So if you
DC's
think this
RV.
list is long, you got to hear the list that Dar has, though, as far as all the cars
I
that are
know.
coming.
All right, let's
all right, I'm
go to
almost
Dar.
done.
Yeah.
We get a
I
3-hour
didn't mean to cut
limousine
you off,
from
but,
Entourage Limousine. The Holiday Inn Suites is giving us a free night. DC's RV gave me three
Free motorhome.
free motorhome. Yeah, that's what I said to her. And she's looking at me like,
I might
yeah, right.
have
Yeah,
to,
right.
I might have to skip the BC game on Saturday to get into this thing to win a prize.
So, that kind of stuff. There may be a couple of other things. I was
Yeah.
out talking to Tembler Brewery, and she's probably going to be in
Nice.
in that brand new
Yeah.
place. So,
All right.
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff like that. It's going to be great.
Let's go to Dar because now we've heard what you can win, but
Yeah.
on the track, unfortunately, in the last Saturday Nitro it was sort of overshadowed by the death of Roger Garden, but that was an amazing night of competition. Regardless, Dar, and we expect the same thing for this Saturday Night Nitro too. The competition level is going to be very, very impressive.
Well, the June one too, we had over 30 Nitro cars there,
Yeah.
and that rivals the kind of show that we all used to see at places like Irwindale and Orange County and Lions Drag Strip back in the old days. So the bringing back the Saturday night show as a form of entertainment is just one of the best things that's happened in a long time, and I'm noticing other drag strips around the United States starting to borrow this business model. It's really great to see it. The cars that I've got, and I know Blake gets an hourly update of all the cars that are that are planning on coming. But the California Hustler will be there with Corey Lee driving. I'm trying to put together a list here, but it looks like we've got 4 or 5 cars that have won Saturday Night Nitro in the past. The California Hustler,
Right.
the Holy Toledo, driven by Dean Oberg, Mendy Fry on the dark side, Dan Horan Jr. I mean, it's an all-star cast. Don Hudson will be there with his new Firebird funny car.
Wow.
Ryan Kono with the Constantian Lemon and Kono car, which is sponsored by the Hat, that incredible pastrami place. Marcus Lawson will be there with his Firebird. That's new tuner Jeff Gaynor handling that. Alex Maladinovich will be there with his Hot for Teacher car. The Quarter Pounder, not sure who's driving the Quarter Pounder. All I know is that Dale Van Gundy is not driving it anymore. Bob Godfrey will be there with the Burnin' Money car. That's just funny cars.
Yeah.
Then we've got at least 6 top fuel cars. Jim Murphy in the WW2 car, and Roland Leong, the legendary tuner, will be out there tuning that car. The high-speed car with Bill Dunlap, which took out Tony Bartone earlier this year at Bowling Green. The Champion Speed Shop car with an injured Adam Sorokin, who thought he had torn a tendon in his clutch leg earlier this week. Turns out he's okay to drive. Forever Young car, the overtime special. Then there's a handful of fuel alters that are going to be there. Rodney Flournoy driving George Doty's Godzilla. And then I know that there's at least one back motor top fuel car being driven by Bobby Cottrell, the Saturday Warrior, the rear engine top fuel car. So is that enough?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think one of those AA fuel alters would be James Valencia out of Bakersfield. He'll be there.
They plan to be there. They were in Sacramento last weekend, but I heard they were planning on being here. I've heard up to 8 actually 8, not up to 8. I mean, 1's up to 8, 2's up to 8, but I've heard 8 fuel altered, so that's pretty cool too.
Dar, it seems like the fuel alters, our sort of just metrics on fuel alters is that they're really hot right now. Why is that, and is that the case?
I think one of the reasons is that the Bowsers set a 6.0 index for it, which means you don't have to go out and buy a $7,500 supercharger. You don't have to have all of the very latest speed equipment. A lot of guys are really looking at putting the old band back together of guys who used to race maybe 10, 20 years ago, who have been forced out of the NHRA Mellow Yellow Big Show because they can't come up with $3 million budgets, but they can put together a short wheelbase fuel altered, go and run an index, and still burn nitro and still blow their stuff up along with the big guys.
Yeah. That sums it up.
It's an incredible thing, and we're seeing it. We're seeing it all over the place. Boise has accepted this. It sounds like the California Hot Rod Reunion will have an open field for fuel altereds next year. They've got 8 cars for the California Hot Rod Reunion coming up. I mean, this is more than a renaissance in funny car or in fuel altereds. It's a renaissance in the grassroots nitro burning.
Do you see it? Do you see it? I mean, obviously, with the Hot Rod Reunion taking it in 2016, but what do you think? We could see at the March meet with fuel altereds.
At least 24.
I think so too.
Wow.
Yeah.
What did we have last year for?
I think we had maybe 16,
Wow.
17, something like
16 or
that.
17, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
just
And the really cool thing I'm finding too is that I'm unashamedly a funny car guy, but the request that I've heard from people saying, "Hey, you know where I can get a funny car chassis? Or you know where I can get a funny car chassis that I can cut down
To go
make
fuel
into a
altered
fuel
racing."
altered?"
Yeah.
When
Wow.
I actually know of 2 guys who are selling fuel altereds right now. One of them sold, and it looks like the other one sold. And I mean, truly, it is a seller's market right now for fuel altered chassis. It's really a very, very cool thing to say, and that the Bowsers have really resuscitated an almost dead class. It's really cool to see.
And I thought we were going to just see us robbing Peter to pay Paul, so to speak. The funny car guys are going to take the funny car bodies off and put a little, Fiat body on and go alter racing. But they're not doing
happened.
that. There hasn't happened.
Right.
The funny car count is still there, and we're just gaining more competitors. So it's more nitro on the property. I'm all for that.
Because I think a few years ago we were looking at, not that long ago, front engine dragsters, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
And then it started with a handful of funny cars, even the old steel-bodied funny cars. That evolved to where it is, and now we've got the field altereds back in the mix. And as Dar said, a renaissance of nostalgia drag racing, and it's cool for the fans.
And it's happening right here in our backyard.
If you look back at the recent history, nostalgia funny car, which I absolutely hate using the word nostalgia, was only started around 2003, 2002.
Right.
There were 4 or 5 cars. And actually, Nate Bugg had the first nitro funny car when he was running it in any one class, way back then when Good Guys was running the association. So it's truly an amazing growth that right now we're probably at, I'm guessing, more than 50 nitro funny cars across the United States.
Yeah.
And there are series now that have evolved from the Drag Racing Online series to IHRA, which has made nostalgia, and I can't use that word, nitro funny cars, the
Traditional.
the lead, their lead class for putting on their Nitro Jam shows, and they do a hell of a job. Like this weekend at the Drag Racing Online series, Paul Romine was running 569s and got beat by a 561 in the final. I mean and they weren't running 1,000 feet.
Hey, real quick, Dar. I mean, one thing that we kind of paying attention to here is sort of Jack Beckman's incredible summer that he's had, and a lot of the changes in NHRA. What are your thoughts on that, real quick?
I think that one of the things we're seeing is what a company that actually makes all their own equipment, like Don Schumacher Racing, and a couple of geniuses like Jimmy Prock and John Medlin, and putting them together with the very, very best parts and all the things that they had wanted to try with John Force Racing over the years, and now they're kids in a candy store. There isn't any stopping them, and it's really pretty amazing to see that at this time in professional drag racing, that we're still seeing records set. I think a lot of us figured, it's a big wall. You have 4.0s for funny cars. Yeah, right. Well, now they're getting real close to the 380s. And I still don't like 1,000-foot racing, and I will never like 1,000-foot racing. But it's pretty damn exciting to see that there can be that kind of dominance. And right behind them are just about every other funny car.
Yeah, right.
And it's great to see for the class. I hope it's a positive thing for drag racing in general. But quite frankly, I used to cover 10, 11 NHRA mellow yellow type drag races a year, and I'm down to 2 just because I've lost interest, and there's so much other exceptionally good drag racing to see around the United States.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we'll see that for sure on Saturday night, and then come back with the California Hot Rod reunion. So you'll be camped out. Is the camper already on scene yet, or what's going on?
No. Camp Couch is still down. We did Speed Scene Live, the West Coast Funny Car Factory edition last night, and Donnie's getting his trailer ready. And one thing I forgot to mention in terms of the things that are coming to Famoso. As of Monday, there were 600 Jegs hats, which is sort of
nice.
Getting to be a signature, on their way, and I'll be throwing them out during various parts of the event. And please, adults, let the kids have some too.
Have them. Yeah.
Make sure Griff gets one. He needs a new one.
I don't know about having Camp Couch next to Camp Griff. I'm thinking I have to put some cones out when I take mine out there.
Need to impose a curfew.
Absolutely, it's a cooperative environment. I've never seen any problems between the two. We tend to cut down the noise level when it's time for you to go to sleep. I mean,
That's at 8 o'clock.
It's okay, Mike. We'll take care of you. Don't worry about it. And you want to get a cocktail? Come on over.
Yeah.
It's a great place for a cocktail.
Looking forward to it. I won't be able to see it till the March meet, but I'm looking forward to that as well. All right, Dar, thanks so much. We got to get out of here. We appreciate the time.
Anytime, buddy.
All right, guys. So Saturday Nitro this weekend. Again, how much to get in?
$20, or if you have an Auto Club card, $15.
How much those T-shirts again? $20 right there.
And plenty of the Fun Forward weekend, the Nostalgia Championships for just tons of racing on
We're racing
Saturday.
all weekend.
All weekend racing.
Yeah.
Get out there.
Yep.
And I forgot one food person, Mountain Mike's Pizza.
Look at that.
The two locations, one on Stockdale Village and on Stein Road. They're donating some large one-topping pizzas.
Nice.
So go to those two locations, Stockdale Village and Stein, Mountain Mike's Pizza.
All right, we'll get there. All right, thanks everybody. We'll be right back with more. We're going to take a quick, very short break, and we'll be right back with more here on the Power Hour.